Wait, I just realized, can y'all not hear the music right now? I think I messed something up on my new setup. Alright. Don't worry about the awkward pause. Hang on. Ah, music. There we go. Alright, 1 second. Alright, hello. What is up, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for being here. Who do we got? TJC, Chris, Saba, hope I'm saying that right. Matt, what's up, man? Ray, Kaz, Leonardo, Wakito, Sophie, Tyler, Wesley, Postman. What's up, folks? Watching a RogueGold video and stream at the same time. Rogueception? Quite possibly. Quite possibly. Thanks for checking out the new video, man. Rebel Boys, what's up? How do I get your patch, or is that passed already? They are working on getting us more codes for the arm patches. The rest of the stuff has passed, but the arm patch you will still be able to get at some point in the future. Details to come. New stream intro song. Just thought I'd switch it up. You know, I picked a different track on the survival soundtrack. That stuff's always really good. Dale coming in with the $4.99. Thank you so much, my friend. Said good day, everyone. Good day to yourself, sir. Thank you so much for the generosity and for supporting. Keeping up the tradition of sending in a gift before I even move my character. Thank you very much, Dale. Sorry, running so low on Arc last night as I was logging out. How'd the rating go? It was good. I think so. It went alright. Yeah, I had been working more on the new setup in the office here for like 3 hours, so I unwound with, I think, like a few, I don't remember, 3 or 4 maybe runs of Arc. It was good. But we'll have to link up again. I'm hooked on Arc. That's the conclusion there. Anyway, what's going on, everybody? This is the first stream that I'm doing from my new place and the new setup. So hopefully everything, we already had a little hiccup with the sound there, but I think that should be fixed moving forward. Hopefully my audio sounds all right. The room is still a little bit echoey, so I'll have to work on that. If you can hear that in the background, then my apologies. But, yeah. I forgot to add one thing to the chat, so let me do that. I'm going to put a link to the stretch goals guide that I just released a few minutes ago, so that people have that if they need it. Alright, that's in there. Pin. Perfect. Alright, if people come in asking for a stretch goals guide, y'all can point them to the top of the chat where that is pinged. All right, let me scroll back up a little bit. Leo, good morning to yourself. Olby said, is Lexington back in the loot pool? Yes, it is part of stretch goals, which we are going to be diving into for all of this stream. So stay tuned. Emmanuel, what's going on? Halt, what is up? Gregory, Treasy, I'm doing well, man. I'm pretty tired this last week, pretty much the whole week. I was moving, and so that took a lot out of me. But we're back now. We're set up. Got a mini little trip going on this weekend to commemorate, sort of. So that'll be good. How are you doing? Is the game still worth playing in 25? I stopped at the end of last year. By many people's accounts, the game is in the best place right now that it's been since 2020. So, if you enjoyed the game before, I would say, yeah, it might be worth checking out. My screen tried to go inactive because I haven't moved in such a long time. We will get into stuff in just a moment. I'm trying to keep up with everybody. I got 2 questions. What is the sick backpack? It looks dope. This is the Brooklyn Activation backpack. Or sorry, no, it is the kickflip backpack. Came from the Brooklyn Activation stretch goals. Currently, you cannot get it, I'm afraid. It was part of a prior stretch goals event, and they've yet to bring it back. Second question, how do you keep Zealot active for 35 seconds? More kills. The more kills you get, the longer it lasts. By the way, Trey, I certainly cannot pass up your 14-month member message. Said, hello, Rogue, how's life, and how did the move go? Hello as well to all agents prison. Hope you all are doing amazing. Trey, as always, thank you for the 14 months, man. That's crazy. The move went good. As I said, just very tired. As always is kind of the case. But relatively speaking, it went well. There were not a ton of, unexpected hitches or anything. So that's always kind of what you hope for. But it's going to take me a while to get really settled in here. The room that I'm in right now is very messy. The setup is functional, but it's not quite optimal, if you catch my drift. I've just slapped together my first, end game build, and now I need to get some expertise levels and optimize it up to equate it to a division thing. But thank you again, Trey. Also, Primate coming in with the 41 months. Absolute legend, man. See you topside agents. Primate, how are you liking Ark? I feel like we haven't talked since your the issue that you were having with it, but I hope you're enjoying the full game. I would assume so based off that message, but thank you for the 41 months, man. Matt said I saved all the scouts for stretch goals. Just did HVTs. Nice. Yeah, having all those to claim, especially with the 2 times event they got going right now, is quite good. Yure, good morning to yourself. How you doing? I'm honestly glad that my friend introduced me to the franchise. Hell yeah. Primate said I love it. Nice. I want to try and do either an Ark stream or an Ark video coming up. Because I do really enjoy the game. So we'll see what we can get going on that. Congrats on the move, by the way. Thank you, Memory. I heard Rogue was having a sleepover at his place for channel members. Kaz, if you're good to do air mattresses side by side with hundreds of other people in a relatively small, space, then be my guest. that would be something. War Daddy said, "What's up? First time listener, love the content, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome. Happy to have you. Should be a good stream. I promise I do more things than just stand here at the boo and talk. We will get to doing stuff. I'm waiting for some cable management stuff to come for my desk here because I need to readjust a little bit. My mic doesn't quite reach all the way, so I'm hunching forward a little bit. It's fine. We'll make it work. Stretch goals. New thing, new stuff. What's happening? So the season is almost over, if y'all didn't see. They pretty much aligned everything and confirmed that December 2nd is most likely going to be when we get the new season. So we are under 2 weeks from Year 7 Season 3. Stretch goals is going to last that entire time. You can see the final 2 events they got going. Currently, there is also a 2-time season XP event, so if you have the ability to participate in stretch goals this week, you know, from now until next Tuesday, that is the time to do it because you're getting double the yield. So that's really good. Also with the reset, they added some new stuff in the store. They brought back the Stalker outfits, if you want those. They still have the St. Elmo skin. There's a new Plague Doctor bundle, which is definitely Halloween themed. I'm not quite sure why they're dropping it now, but it's here. I like it. I don't think I'm gonna get it. I kind of wish, you know, we kind of already had the white outfit theme with the mummy one, the under wraps. So I kind of wish they had gone for a bit more of a darker color scheme on this. But this is here, right? And look at the gloves. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. I think someone also said they added the rogue agents. Yeah. So you can now get all of the rogue agents here in the store without having to, you know, wait around for them to come back in rotation for bundles.
Someday I'm gonna retire. Move out.
What's up, noob? How you doing?
Take up some bird watching.
What's the name of the new brand set again? For next season, Justin, it's going to be called Unit Alloys. And it's going to be very good. Barring any changes they might make, but the PTS presentation of it was very good. Got a god roll Lexi from stretch goals this morning. Nice, Postman. I hate that the rogue agent outfits don't sport one straps. Yeah. Hopefully they'll revisit it in the future. Those came in before they added the one strap feature, so it's just about when they'll have the time to go back and fix it, you know? There's nothing like this game. It always pulls me back whenever I power on my Xbox. I feel you, Emmanuel. I don't think I would be here, you know, 10 years later if that weren't the case. All right, so stretch goals. We keep saying it. Let's do it. So if you watch my video from earlier, I had some journey objectives to claim still. So that boosted me up to 117. But now we need to keep going. The first thing I'll do is requisition, because that's an easy source right there. So we'll dump all these in. And that'll get us, what, 2 levels? Yeah, 119. After that is when we got to start getting creative. So we have Legendary Manning Zoo. Got Summit. Descent, we'll probably do that. That's a pretty easy one. Let's see what we can get for a prio objective. Now, if this were Zoo, that would be really good. I'm gonna try my luck. Dang it. Alright, we don't want that. Easy East. Alright, I'll just start doing casual stuff at first, and then we'll see where we go from there. Ideally, we'll probably hit one of the legendaries. I mean, it's pretty easy with Zealot. Just jump in there and do it. I will say, that's the one thing that I'm pretty interested in, like, getting into more of a routine of doing next season, is running solo legendary missions with the companion. I feel like that's going to be one of the more popular ways to do it. What was this? Do an activity? Activity. We can go to a normal landmark. That'll be easy. Will retaliations be good for seasonal? You know what, Matt? That's a pretty good question, because I don't think, since they made the change where it grants season XP, I was already done with my season pass. So I don't actually know what the completion reward is in terms of season XP. We can try it. I'm very down to do a retail and get some of that data. What's up, Kai? Just stopping by to show love before start my farming grind on my lunch break. Hoping to get an EB. Well, I'm sending all of the luck that I can your way to get that EB. I hope it works out. Thank you for stopping by, though. I really appreciate it. What's the build? This is just my pretty standard AR Eagle Bearer Dark Zone build. I've got a link for it. If you want me to send it in the chat, I can. But yeah, Scouts and Journey are always like the first two to start with, if you have any of those left. Alright, well that was easy
Landmark cleared.
XP right there. Oh, we're a sliver away from 120. By the way, folks, I appreciate 225 of you being in here hanging out. If you've not already, and you want to help support the stream, hitting the like button very much does so. Helps share it out to more people. We're coming up on 50 likes. I'd appreciate that very much, but as always, thank you for your time. Alright, got that done. Let's see, if capital was 1401, this is probably district? How does that make sense? I had a stronghold before that was 1401, and now this is 1284, and it's still capital. Well, that's weird. That's fine. We'll leave that for the time being. Retaliation, what's the daily True Sons? Yeah, let's test that out. I'll be curious to know that as well.
Hostile patrol detected.
Yes, please share the link. All right. Let me get into the checkpoint and I will send that over. Here to drop a like before going to bed. Mango, sorry. I can talk. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Nigel, what's going on? I'm going to drop a like because you're in the DZ. Thank you, Aries. All right. Grab this. Link is in the chat for the build. Lord Vaughn, that will be here in presumably 2 weeks, whenever the new season begins. It's coming to the next season. Mystic, that is easiest to do on like the big tank enemies. They have armor plating on them, and so if you shoot like a tank unit, you won't immediately begin dealing damage to their health. It'll deplete the armor they're wearing, and you can chip off like their chest plate, arm, plating, legs, like all that stuff. So that's typically the easiest way to do it. All right. Let's do this. Make sure okay, these are already on. Cool. I don't know why it doesn't want to save this for any of my loadouts. I want the skin on. What is it? 30 True Sons. So let's just go and do a control point. That should get us enough. Hope everyone is amped up for Thanksgiving next week. I'll be cooking again. It's just that time of year, Nigel. Yeah, that'll be fun. In Game 2 next week, we should be getting the new veteran weapon. Which, by the way, I'm going to talk about it in a video over the weekend probably, but we seem to maybe know what it's going to be. And unfortunately, it might not be the Big Al, like we thought. If you didn't see on the most recent patch, they added the Stack Broker here. And so very similar to the Lexington, like it just popped up in the expertise menu ahead of release. And so I could very much see this being a nod to Division 1, because Div 1 we had the ACS with the Showstopper. So Showstopper, Stack Broker, build stacks with the ACS. I could see that being the weapon, but we'll talk about it more this weekend. I'm going to do a video on that. Does the project grant seasonal XP? I don't think so, because it's daily. Yeah. Only weekly projects do. but this will let us play the actual thing, so. And we're off. Thank you very much for saying that, Trey. Let's see, where are we at? 250 people in here hanging out with 82 likes. Thank you all very much. So how's everybody feeling heading into really the final bit of the year here? We got stretch goals now, veteran rewards next week, new season probably the week after, and that'll take us right on into 2026. Which the first, like, I assume the first few months of 2026 is going to be pretty exciting because we're heading towards March, and that is the 10-year anniversary of the franchise, which they've confirmed there's going to be some kind of celebration for. Unannounced content was on their roadmap, so the next few months really for Division are going to be quite good. At least I hope so. I feel like I was just going to mention something else too, and that was slipped my mind. Oh, I was going to say that they've also confirmed that we're getting Survivor's news before the end of the month. So I imagine that's going to be with, they'll probably do a stream on Thanksgiving like they did last year. And so, veteran rewards next week and new Survivors stuff, which for me is probably just as good. I'm very excited for that.
Reinforcements en route.
And that's clear.
Detecting additional hostile contact.
Finally caught a stream watching while doing Battle for Brooklyn. It's kicking my butt. I have full faith. Jonas, I think he can do it. Those missions are pretty fun though, so hope you're enjoying it. But thank you for being here and watching at the same time.
Ready for action. Agent, we need you to stabilize Constitution.
Alright, there we go. We got the retal ready to go. They're like, hey, what's going on? We're here to help. You're a little late, okay?
Friendly control point detected.
What did I miss here? Salute from Germany. What's up, Berserker? Love all your build breakdowns. Big thanks. Dice Goblin, thank you for watching them. I wouldn't be able to make them if nobody did, so thank you, thank you. I really missed the 3-month seasons. Yeah, this season's pace has been really good. And the fact, oh my goodness, the fact that we're already at next season, pretty much, is wild. Hope they can keep that up. You gonna do survival like last year? Yes, I would love to do another New Year's Eve survival thing. I actually need to. That's a good reminder. I need to reach out to Mr. Splinter Shield, see if he wants to coordinate some marketing for that again. I want to try and get more people involved too. I feel like it was a little bit last minute last time. So I know I can get Livid involved, have her help promote, see if anyone else wants to take part. But that was very fun last year, and especially now that Survivors is coming probably next year. You know, we gotta do it. All right, let's try this out. We're gonna see how much XP we get from. Oh, I didn't mean to start it. I was trying to back out, but I guess I held A too long. Okay, so we're just past 120 right now. Everyone keep that in mind. We're at 120. Let's see where we're at once we're done with a 3 control point zone. Hi from Hungary. Your vids help me a lot. Daniel, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. You are literally the only reason I play this game. Well, Crush, that is flattering of you to say. Certainly, if you don't actually enjoy playing the game, then you shouldn't play it. You know, you should find stuff that you enjoy. But I appreciate the sentiment. That's very kind of you to say. As per usual, folks, especially while we're playing through this, if I miss any questions, feel free to resend at the time when I'm reading chat. I'm not dodging intentionally. Chris with that 19 months. Insert witty comment here. That's so witty of you, dude. No, thank you for the 19. I say it frequently, but it's true that both the amount of members and the duration at which y'all stay members is actually insane. Like, I couldn't be more appreciative of that. Look at all these engineers that just dropped out. Hey, next season, y'all are working for me. Those turrets, they're going to be shooting for me. Hope you're ready. The problems with the companion stuff so far aside, I am actually quite looking forward to the system. The PTS really turned me on to the idea, because originally I was like, I'm not gonna care about this or do it at all, but it was actually kind of fun to have an ally to help you out. And like I said, especially for like soloing legendary missions, I feel like that's gonna be pretty fun. Because there, the time to kill is longer, you can play a bit more tactically. So, we'll see what improvements they can make before launch, but overall, it should still be a good time. Okay, first one done. On to the next. I forgot how OP ongoing was. Might have to make this build again. Yeah, it's very good. I run it with the chest piece so that you're getting 50% amp damage from the hollow point. You got kill squad. And yeah, it's really good. Someone behind me? One random purple engineer said, I'm gonna flank. Who's left? The tank is just sitting back there. He's like, I've accepted my fate. Do you have any of your patch codes left? Currently, I do not. Crushed, but I can't confirm that the team is working on getting us more, and that should be happening before too long. So, stay tuned, and I will have more to give out. What's up, Mac Dance? Started this game a couple of weeks ago. I'm loving it so far. Wondering what I should be focusing on, because my striker build, I feel like, is lacking. Can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean by it feels like it's lacking? Because striker is, like, statistically the highest damage set in the game. So I don't think I could really recommend you something that's going to do more damage if that's what you're looking for. But it might be the way your stats are laid out. It could be your core stat distribution. Could be your weapon. Could be your playstyle. If you can give me a little bit more detail, I'd be happy to give my input. With the new exotic knee pads, have you been thinking about a build, or did you put one out already? I didn't do a video on them yet. I was going to, like, when they first dropped, before we knew they were bugged, but then I decided to wait because that was the whole thing. I tried them with the Negotiator's Dilemma and the blue screen, actually, the same gun I'm using now. And they were pretty good. Honestly, I haven't gotten a chance to do a ton of testing with them yet since then. Because of they only fixed it a day before the PCS. And that was my focus over the weekend alongside moving. So haven't done as much testing as I would like to as of yet. But I do think with Negotiators, they're still going to be pretty worthwhile because... You know, a lot of people's complaint is that the 600% is just going to get you killed, and that is a possibility, absolutely. But if you can, essentially, because there's no cooldown on how often you can mark a new target, if you just keep shooting different people and you're dealing that much damage, the stagger is going to hit them pretty consistently, and you're mostly just going to be getting a free 20% amp on everyone you shoot. And those crits are then shared with the enemies, even with the marked enemies, right? So... that was kind of my philosophy, but I need to try it out a bit more. Come on. Are they still coming out here? No. Jay Ortiz, what's up? I'm a huge fan of your channel. Thank you so much. Are you at all related to the Ortizes from the lore? Kidding, of course, but thank you very much for being here. They're bugged. Last week the knee pads were broken for like 48 hours. They were allowing you to deal like millions upon millions of damage, but that has been fixed now. So it just meant though that I couldn't really get a sense of how strong they actually are because it was all the stats were overinflated, you know. Alright, that one's done. So we're getting 226 per control point. So from 3 points in the run, that's what, like 660, 670 from that alone, and then we'll see what the completion amount is. Johnny with the 16 months. Only the best for everybody in the community and who's watching the stream. Keep up the great work, Rogue. Thank you, sir. And we got a stalker hunter watching us. And thank you for being a member for nearly a year and a half, man. Truly means a lot. Sending the well wishes out to everybody. I don't know why I'm trying to pistol this guy down. No. Where does the Lex drop? From the Stretch Goals caches, Battlecat, and if you need a guide on how exactly that works, I recommend checking out the link that I've pinned at the top of the live chat. It's a full guide on how this event works, how to get the Lexington, all that stuff.
Hostile kill squad nearby.
Another kill squad. Been a supporter of your channel since started playing Division 2. Thank you, Jay. Sorry, I see other questions and things happening in the chat. Let me dispose of this kill squad and then we'll do it. Just gonna pop Zealot and get it over with. Why'd I lose a minute there? Was it a minute or did I accidentally hit a dog and it was like a second? Please see. Actually, no, we have such high duration left. Let's just sprint over here. Gregory Flores joining up to Rogue Studios, my friend. Thank you so much for becoming a member, supporting my work. It is very much appreciated. You now get the badge, the emotes, Discord access, all the perks. Thank you for joining up and supporting, as I said. Can we see your build layout? Yeah, let me share it as soon as we are done with this retail. I also have a video I can link. Any thoughts on the influence for the quick step pistol for PvP? Yeah, I don't think it should apply in PvP. I wish its talent were reduced to 0% like the turmoil is. And I've given that feedback, so we will see what happens. I'm not expecting a ton of like gear or balancing changes to come to PvP until they hire that new game design lead. And as of yet, I don't think they have because the listing is still up. But I'm anxious for the day when that happens because the the quick step is one on a long list of balancing things that I think need to happen for PvP. Was that a hunter watching from the rooftop? Yeah. One of the stalker hunters. Can't see any of these guys. There's one on my left, too. Oh, they're all coming out right here? Can't hit at that range.
Medical assistance needed.
Don't start reviving people. How do you get the Lexington now then? It's from the Stretch Goals caches, which just came out today. If you need a guide on that event, it is linked at the top of the chat. Alright, so we got that done. Let me go back to chat here and see what I missed. Your philosophy on the exotic needs is spot on. Used that soda last night and does well. Nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people's complaints was that it has less damage than Overdogs, but Overdogs you can't, you know, target tanks or warhounds or whatever off the bat and get the bonus, right? So I kind of like the universality. Is that is that a word? Of
The area is stabilized. Good.
of the blacklisters. Okay, completion bonus. It doesn't say. Oh. Okay, retaliations are not worth it. You get no completion XP bonus for doing it. Just the control point one specifically. Which is like 220 per point. Okay, not worth. I'm glad we tested it. Quick step is in stretch goals. It is not. No, it was only from the Halloween event. Is this the PTS? Nope, this is the live game. I'm excited to see Snowy DC, you and me both. By the way, whoever asked for the build, here you go. Leave that up while I'm talking. Rogue, you're a big cosmetic guy. What outfits do you want in the game? Rogue agent types? An actual hunter outfit or something else? Everyone says that we don't have hunter outfits. We do. Like, I think people just don't always recognize that player models are never going to look like identical to NPC ones, just because of how the customization works and how you have to leave room for gear pieces to swap out and whatnot. I would care more for more rogue agent ones compared to hunter stuff. I like the idea that not everyone can just run around looking like a hunter, and that when you see one, you're like, oh, that's a pretty lethal enemy. I think people have said it before, but like the Blackbird guy from Div 1, that type of rogue agent look, I would love to see more of that for sure. Or like Hornet, you know? Do you think they will ever make this game or the next Division game crossplay? Next one for sure. Division 3, like, I can practically guarantee will have crossplay and progression. Heartland was going to have it before that got canceled. Pretty much every, you know, big game or Ubisoft game now has it. Division 2 just came at a time just before it became like the norm. This game, I think, is unlikely, but we have seen them, Division 2 is getting more resources now compared to the past. And they previously said that snow was pretty much impossible to do, and now we're getting that. So it's not impossible that we get it in Div 2, but Division 3 for sure. By the way, folks, thank you for nearly 400 of you being here, hanging out, and 126 likes. Much appreciated. What's your go-to way to grind for stretch goals XP? Blanky, I'm a fan of PvP. Like, Conflict is a really good source. But I'm always just popping priority objectives. That's kind of my go-to way to do it. I think, like, statistically, one of the best ways is just to spam District Union over and over. But that kind of farming is not quite my style. It's funny, though, because I do enjoy that when there's, like, a RNG drop at the end. Like Lexington Event Center and Div 1 to try and get the Barrett's Vest. I was all over that. I love that kind of farm. But doing a mission just for XP on loop is not my favorite. Is that the go-to for ongoing? No, I mean, there's a lot of ways to run it. A lot of people prefer the Coyote's Mask here instead of the Catalyst. I'm running the Catalyst because it has some synergy with the status effects from Blue Screen. But a lot of people like to use Coyotes and then do the Carnage LMG here for Perfect Sadist. That's really good. This is just kind of my own spin on ongoing that I like a lot. Get those out of there. All right. We do need to do a legendary mission. We also could try and do the Dark Zone one. Descent. So many options. Legendary sounds the most fun. So let's see if we want to do that. Would anybody from the stream on Xbox want to do Legendary Manning Zoo? I need to put together a build for in there. Matt Kane coming in with the 20 gifted memberships. Good lord. All right, let me go back to the base. Gotta shout this out. Gregory, that's all good. I usually just stay to talk in the stream anyway. For a legendary, I don't think we need to communicate that much. So if you want to jump in, you certainly can. 20 gifteds, Matt. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. 20 memberships going to Rabbit Basket, Big Guy, BC, Headhunter, Shep, Tweezy, Mick, Micro, Javi, AJ, Rogue Family, Ginger, Hardy, Derek, Huntor, Vincent, Nixon, Sukarian, hope I'm saying that correctly, Heaven, and Gong Su. If you heard your name shouted out, you just got a membership from the one and only Matt Kane. Please drop a thank you in the chat. And welcome to the club. You get a badge by your name, you get emotes, you get Discord access. All the good stuff. Matt, as always, man, thank you so much for the generosity. You said my daughter is at the National Zoo right now, IRL. Really? That's awesome, dude. So is it actually, like, I mean, I know a lot of the landmarks are real. I didn't know that if Manning Zoo was actually, like, correlated to a zoo nearby DC. But that's awesome. Thank you again, man. What's an Xbox? Oh, man. The Postman is single-handedly keeping the console wars alive. There is a zoo in town, but Manning is completely made up. Gotcha. Gotcha. Jonas, let me link you a video that is probably going to be able to better explain it than I can off the top of my head right now. Expertise is essentially an upgrade system for your gear. So if you want your gear to perform better than it can just at its baseline, then you invest into expertise. But the methods for how to rank it up and whatnot can be kind of complex. New and returning player. So I'm going to give you a timestamped link to where I discuss it within this guide. Wait, do I just end up linking people? Let's see.
Please do not run outside the safe area.
Okay, here we go. Expertise.
Construed as a hostile act.
What's that smell?
All right. Jonas, there you go. I just put the link in the chat. Highly recommend checking that one out. And that should be able to explain most of it. Dennis Mercer coming in and joining Rogue Studios at classified status. Thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you. I will be sure to go and update the member card later today. But very much appreciated, dude. Okay, what were we doing? Right, legendary. Assembling a team. Gregory, if you wanted in, be sure to drop your gamer tag in the chat so I can get you going. I know Aikido sent something somewhere. I think he's ignoring me. I'm not. If you're talking about me, I'm not trying to ignore anybody. Aikido, do you want in? At this rate, RG's going to run out of screen space for the members list. Well, I already had to make a second pane, so like it switches to a secondary list and the back half of it. So we will slowly but surely fill that one up. It's truly incredible, like how many people, you know, I think a lot of people in general for this kind of stuff, like, will do it for a month or 2 months, you know, when something's happening or they found a very helpful video. And rightly so. I mean, there is so much stuff to be putting your money towards these days, and with how global economics are at the moment. So it's just truly pretty astounding to me how many people join up as members and stay members for as long as they do. It's beyond appreciated. All right, Aikido said yes. I'm not seeing Gregory's message, so we have 2 slots then. If anyone on Xbox wants to run a Manning Zoo on Legendary, put your gamer tag in the chat. Did you see my message about stretch goals? I think I missed it, Alpha. Feel free to resend, and I will get on that. Is stretch goals mid-season? I thought it was at the end. Josh, we're at the end of the season. It's gone quick, but we are there. There are less than 2 weeks in Year 7 Season 2. And then we're on to Mutiny in Season 3. So yeah, stretch goals are live right now. Love the build videos and Dark Sun runs for the exotics. Thank you. Connected did too, and Brooklyn dropped. Yeah. I feel you about the PvP. They are hiring now a lead PvP developer for Division 2, which is really, really, what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiring, I suppose. I hope good things come from that, but it finally seems like they're going to be giving a bit more emphasis to it. All right, Gregory put his thing there. We'll get Gregory and Aikido in. Let me switch to that. Espresso said I would, but I'm at Walmart. Just play at Walmart, duh. That's funny. Just on one of their setups, you're just joining up for a legendary run. All right, let's see, Toxic Reaper. I also still need to put together a build for this. I don't yet know what I want to run. These caches are much better. Do you mean the standard ones or the prestige ones?
Another agent is now in your group.
Because I am curious on how people are feeling so far about the changes for stretch goals. When should we be expecting the survival mode? Joseph, technically they've not really given us any kind of indication, so any guess is just that, you know, a guess. I think that it's going to be around October or November of 2026.
Hey, over here.
That would line up with the 10-year anniversary of when the original survival came out. We also know they've stated pretty clearly that it's currently in early development. They're going to have ETF members traveling to Sweden sometime next year to playtest it. So given those factors, I don't think it's going to be coming in the immediate future, but I would say before 2027 for sure. Is it better to hoard the prestige caches? What do you mean, Panda? I mean, you pretty much, for me, I just open them as I get them. I'm not sure what the benefit would be to hoarding them. All right, we still need one more person for Legendary Zoo on Xbox. If anybody wants in, drop your gamer tag. Otherwise, we will matchmake. I need to put together a build. What do I want to run? I kind of want to do tipping scales. I don't know why. But I just feel like that would be fun. Do I want tipping scales? I don't know. I guess I could do these in overdogs. Run a Centurion Scabbard build. I don't like that much micromanagement of the swapping. Scabbard is very fun. Absolutely. I just don't know if it's for me. I feel like we might need a healer. Hey, Keto, if you want to heal, I mean, I will not stop you. Do what you're going to do. As Chad here knows, I never go down in any content, so, you know, I don't need a healer personally. But, you know, the other people might. Maybe other people just aren't as good at staying alive as I am. For anyone who doesn't regularly watch, I'm completely kidding. I play far too aggressively. It's not healthy. Overdogs. I didn't grab knee pads, so I did. I know what I'm doing sometimes. Stretch goals is out. Yep, Lancet is out today and runs for 2 weeks. Can't wait for Div 3 to have crossplay so I can hunt you down myself in the DZ. Bold words, Malicide. Bold words. How you doing, man? Yeah. Division 3 having crossplay, assuming it will, is going to be awesome. Okay, what LMG do I want to run? Yeah, Turbo, if you want to. We don't have a fourth yet, so feel free to drop your gamer tag. Could do measured, could do just killer. I kind of liked my Tinkerer one that I had at some point. They said it will be cross-plat. No, they have not. So that's why I said assuming. But it's pretty much guaranteed that it will. Every new Ubisoft game in the last like 5 years has had it. Division Heartland was going to have it before they canceled that. So it's a standard of the industry now. It just wasn't quite when Division 2 is being made. Aura, what's up? Hope I'm saying that correctly. How you doing? All right, let me switch to this while we get Turbo in, and then we will be all set. Turbo. Man. There's no reason not to have crossplay now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they've explained before that at the time Division 2 is being made, crossplay was like pretty standard, but it wasn't quite like the thing that every game has to have. And so they just didn't prioritize doing it over other features. And because they were moved off, you know, pretty much a year after launch, it just never got done, sadly. I don't know what LMG I want to run. I have expertise levels on this, so we'll do that. Run blue screen? I could, actually. Do y'all like blue screen with tipping scales? Is that a thing people do? Let me upgrade it. Actually, it's at 28. Might as well get it to 30. Yeah. Okay. We'll run that. I do love me a blue screen. I'll run the card because I don't need speed in legendary. And then here we will run what? Maybe just a Lex as a backup. Ideally, I want something with a different ammo type. So we'll do that. We'll switch outfits. We'll go over here. We got the Overlords doing their thing. Overlords? Overdogs. I know. I know names of things. Oh, I was just gonna take the super bright skin off, but it looks cool. We'll rock it. That's what I'm curious to see next week, is what the new veteran skins look like, even more so than just the weapon. Hope they're good. All right, we need a little bit more crit chance. And we should be good. Let's see, do I want Banshee Pulse or Decoy? Probably Decoy, to be honest. All right. Chat said they want to see the build, so sorry, everyone's getting put on blast. Nikito's got a mad hybrid build here. A striker healer with efficient. Interesting. Also tipping scales, respect it. And striker. All right. Let's do it. I had to remember where we were going. Any tips on getting the pecan? Just general targeted LMG farming. Brandon's going to be your best bet. I would probably do retaliations because then you have a chance to get it to drop, but you could also get the blueprint from the exotic crafting system they have tied to retaliation. Postman gets pecans at the grocery store. Good joke. Good joke. Malicide, are you saying after the fix they're still really good? Because before the fix, of course, they were broken. I've not really seen much coverage on them since then. All right, is everybody good? We got modifiers on. Oh, I need to switch this to this. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Let's
Got
run
your
it.
objective. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Yeah, they got patched back on Thursday. They were only like that for a very short amount of time. Okay.
Vital signs critical.
Fantastic start for myself.
Agent down.
We're just gonna pop Zealot early and get in there. Actually, with Zealot, I might want Banshee. We'll see. So, remember, guys, what I said about never going down? Clear evidence that that is the case. Clear and irrefutable evidence.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
How am I getting a 2? Oh, I forgot this increases max size. I'm like, I'm at 260. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, so 4 agents walk into a zoo. Sushi, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Wonderful rest of your Tuesday. And we'll see you around. Thank you again. I'm still dying on challenging even with the striker build, wondering if I'm playing too aggressive or what. I mean, the thing to remember is that damage is not everything, you know? Obviously, it's a huge part of the game, but having some amount of self-sustain is normally a good call. Also, just general game tactics, knowing where enemy spawns are, positioning, like all of those are huge factors in surviving on different difficulty tiers of content, you know? So, I mean, it kind of depends on what experience you're having. Do you feel like you're not putting enemies down fast enough? Do you feel like once they shoot you, you're just dying right away? What's the... Can you imagine if they introduced a friendly fire modifier? It would go terribly. People would just be shooting each other all the time. Hello, Squid. Good to see you. Alright, I'm gonna zealot my way in here.
An agent has disconnected.
Uh-oh. Turbo DC'd. Yeah, I need to switch to the Banshee Pulse, I think. It's too good.
Serious trauma detected.
How can you get Lexington? From the Stretch Goals event that is on right now. Which, if you don't know how that works, I have a guide for it linked right at the top of the live chat. Any thoughts on Ubisoft delaying their investors call? You know, it's kind of the same thought I had with everyone doomsaying Ubisoft for months/years until the subsidiary and Tencent news came out. There's a million things that could be true, but until we know, it's really just more speculation, you know? I think that I would be surprised if they got bought out right after doing this whole, because everyone's saying they've completely gone bankrupt. They just got $1.3 billion, you know? And I have no idea what their financials are like. Maybe somehow that's already gone, or they just had to pay off debts. I have no idea, right? It's just not really my area of expertise. I'm sure interested to find out. You know, I can't wait for them to give that update, but until then, I don't know. We shall see.
Serious trauma detected.
At the last second, I was like, I should probably dodge away before I lose all my armor. Zealot. Gotta get that chain. They plan on keeping. Oh yeah, Wesley was answering. Whoops, I forgot they spawned behind. Yeah, retaliations are here as a permanent new addition to the game. I need to get an early flank on these snipers. They will lock you down. Can I go that way? No. You all don't have to follow me. I'm just trying to get a flank on these guys. Ow.
Serious trauma detected. Agent
That's awkward.
action.
I took out the snipers, so hopefully they won't mess up the rest of the team. Because I've seen that wipe groups before. If you just leave them be, they'll just pick people off. And it's not good. Thank you very much, Turbo. I'll take better cover over there. Oh, hello. I didn't know you were right in front of me. Time to back up. Time to back up. Time to back up.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, someone revived them. Dang. I don't even remember where they spawn at now. Oh, hey. Right in front of me, apparently. Just pop Zealot, get him, go get the chopper spawn. I'm just gonna let Zealot kill these two.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Does UB owe a bunch of money to another country's government for the development of Skull and Bones? I don't know. I know there was some sort of deal with the Singaporean government to finish Skull and Bones. I don't really understand that, or like why that was the thing. But I don't know the details of that. So glad I stumbled onto your live stream. Welcome, Gwen. Good to see you. Thanks for streaming. You're making my studying suck less. Buff, you're very welcome. What are you studying for? What are you studying for? Brad, the Lexington is available right now via stretch goals caches. Given a whole lot of cash to make the DLC for AC Mirage? Yes, true. There's only two outcomes that I really don't want to be the case of whatever's happening with them right now. Obviously, I don't want them to go bankrupt and have that impact the division in some way. That would be bad. But I also really hope it's not a buyout from the Saudi government like we saw happen with EA. I don't see good things coming from that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that turns out good in the long run for EA. But given they were like, we're going to use more AI and we're going to slim down our teams, and it's like, okay. I don't know if that's really going to make for better games, but maybe they're onto something. Who knows? So if they've also scooped up UB, that's going to be something.
Serious trauma detected. System reactivated.
I just want the Division series to continue. Me too, Tamako, me too. Biology, oof. Well then, you're very welcome for the stream. Science and math were never my top subjects. I'm much more of a English and writing kind of guy. This team making it look easy, I know. Shout out to Turbo and Gregory and Akito. We're ripping it. Tencent might completely take over. I would be very confused. Again, I'm not a business major or expert in any way, shape, or form, so maybe it makes more sense than I'm thinking. I would just be very surprised if they went through the trouble of doing all the hassle and all the paperwork to make that new subsidiary that just really spun up, only to then buy everything else and then have to basically undo it. Or I don't know how they would handle it, but that would seem weird to me. But again, what do I know? It's also entirely possible. I mean, I was watching some commentary on this. It's also possible that there was literally just some sort of weird accounting error and they had to withhold the earnings for a few days. It's unlikely, but it's possible that it's something as simple as that. So we will find out soon enough. Also took game dev briefly in college. That's cool, Nelson. Was it a entertaining or enlightening course? Crafton actually outright said they're putting AI first and started a voluntary resignation policy. Yeah. I used to be a big PUBG fan. It's becoming harder and harder for me to play that game. Partially because they've gone the Fortnite route, where like every week there's some sort of weird new collab that doesn't really make any sense, which I can get over. But then, yeah, on top of the fact that Crafton is just gone the way that they have, I don't know how much more I can support that. Especially now that Arc Raiders is out, it kind of satisfies a similar itch that Pub did for me. Oh my goodness, I just can't go anywhere that's safe. We need to. Here, I'm just going to push the Zealot. That's always the answer. The one thing that would be amazing to see someday, the problem would be resources at that point, but if Massive were able to get the Division IP and go independent with it, I would be interested in seeing where that would lead. The problem then, like I just said, is resources, because, you know, Division has always relied on having the Ubisoft structure and having multiple studios to support and make content and whatever. So resources may suffer if they went that route. But if that were possible in any way, shape, or form, that would be cool. I think it's tricky because Division is a Tom Clancy license. Like, is there a way to just splinter off that one IP? I don't know. But, yeah. Sold out. The full guide is at the top of the live chat if you want the stretch goals breakdown. But basically, we're trying to get XP for our season pass because that lets us claim these caches, and that is what has the chance to drop the Lexington. So there's a weekly project to do this mission, and that's why we're doing it. New beta for Resurgence, yeah. It did get delayed, but no worries, Turbo. It did get delayed by a couple of days. Malicite, they announced this morning. They ran into an issue with it, but I would assume it'll be up by the end of the week. The kind of annoying thing is with this current Ubisoft deal is that Division really just started to get its dues. Like, we've seen them publicly say the Division is getting more resources, and I've heard behind the scenes that, like, finally Ubisoft was, like, starting to recognize that Division is worthy of having more resources. So if that all happens just for some major shakeup to go in and that changes things again, I would be kind of upset. I think we've waited long enough that we deserve to have a little bit of time in the spotlight. By the way, folks, thank you for still nearly 400 people being here, hanging out. We're pushing 200 likes. I appreciate it very much. As per usual, we're going to go through the whole stream and collect all of our XP and caches, and then at the end we'll do a grand opening and see what we get. We're just taking a quick pause for Turbo to use the bathroom, and then we will resume. Tipping scales is fun. It's a good set. I'm not convinced that I'm going to find a ton of places to use the new gear set from next season, but that'll be something to test once it's out. I am curious to see what kind of changes we get after the PTS, because you kind of had things on both ends of the spectrum. You had unit alloys and the named items that are pretty darn strong, and then you had the gear set, the new exotic chest piece. Like, some of them seem pretty undertuned. So I don't know. We'll see what they do. Alright, I think we're good. What's the best way to level the season pass? If you still have any scouts or journey objectives available for the season, that's a great place to start because you get a ton of XP from those. Beyond that, weekly projects and priority objectives are the next best. And then just playing content that has a decent yield. So conflict is pretty good, strongholds are pretty good. But yeah, journey and scout is always the place to start. Alright, we're zealoting. We're zealoting. I like how the train is a spawn point for them. Just rush out. They're coming out this way. I'll take the heat. Get the reses. Do it. I'll hold them off.
Serious trauma detected. An agent has gone offline.
Oh, turbo DC'd again. Nikito's keeping them back here. Good stuff, dude. Kept them in their spawn closet. They're behind us again. Good defense there, fellas. Good stuff. Keto said sanitation is insane. Yeah, the actives this season are quite fun. Use blue screen with tipping skills is their reason. Blue screen is just very nice for enemy crowd control. When you hit the talent and they all stagger, that's one of the reasons I like it a lot. How's the armor of our companions next season? I don't know why it does that. For some reason, the controller binding, sometimes when you hit the modifier, it just pulls out a grenade. Kind of annoying. They can definitely die. I ran a legendary mission, or like I did some testing on District Union with the medic one specifically. And yeah, if they run out and just get shot, they will die, for sure. I would say on Heroic, most of the time it's not a problem. I believe one of mine also died once to a kill squad on Retaliation. So you do have to keep an eye on them. But there are certain traits that increase armor. There's one that increases the armor and the threat generation. There's one that does increases their armor but decreases their movement speed. So that will all kind of depend on what trait you get and what class you're using.
System curtailed. Vital signs critical. System reactivated. System disrupted. System curtailed.
Oh, I forgot they spawn right here.
System
was awkward.
disrupted. Agent out of action.
Just gonna pop Zealot again, why not?
System back online.
Hang on, we'll get the Riz.
System curtailed. Immediate medical assistance needed. System reactivated. System malfunctioning.
Efficiency-wise, this is probably not actually worth it just for one project. But we're having a good time. That's what matters. Because I could have ran District Union like 10 times over and gotten more XP from that.
Serious trauma
Shoot.
detected. Agent down.
I couldn't find the engineer and medic during the PTS. How do they compare to assault? The engineer I was not a fan of, like, at all. The turret targets weak points, which, like, when that's applicable is nice, but otherwise just not as weaker in, like, all aspects compared to assault. The medic can be nice. I just think it needs a little bit of tuning. The support station is really strong. The healing is fine, but it cleanses you of status effects, and if you go down, it's like an instant revive. So that's quite good, but its duration is like 10 seconds, which is not, in my opinion, not long enough. And it has a higher command link cost compared to the RPG from the Assault. So I think they just need to kind of buff the support station. Otherwise, the medic is pretty good. But they definitely need to do a little bit of balancing for all of them. Well, that's awkward. Oh, I rezzed myself with Zealot. I didn't know you could do that. I'm in a bad spot. I'm in a very bad spot. Guys, I messed up. Thank you. He got rezzed by the ghosts. The skill skins are fun. I hope they continue making more of those. I feel like we need ones that aren't just seasonal themed, though, you know? Like, they should just make some more generic. Ow. Generic ones. Never goes down. Graham, what do you mean? I would never make such a ridiculous claim. You must be thinking of someone else. Can you show the build? Yeah, it's just tipping scales with the overdogs and Cheska with obliterate using blue screen. Pretty fun. You can be completely dead and Zilla will get you. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. Tough.
Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, there's a heal box keeping them up. That's tough. Sorry, guys. I definitely did not overextend. Impossible. Wasn't me. Lucas, what's going on, man? How are you? Are the companions reliable enough to take something other than a revive hive? From what I saw, yes. They seem to have fixed the thing that control point officers have, where it'll, if they get hit with the status, they then forget to go and revive you. If you just keep spamming like the help thing, they will still come and get you even after being knocked out of their initial pathing. So for me, yeah, I think you're safe to run something else. You just have to make sure that your companion doesn't die, right? Because then you don't have a revive. Are we having a problem here? Do I actually need to pay attention? Sorry, team, I'm letting you down.
Serious trauma detected.
I think they're getting revived by something. I need to go in here. They must have all gotten revived because none of them have armor. They're all just down to their health segment. Bliss Green is the goat with tipping scales. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I'm glad that y'all recommended that to me. What can I use if I don't have the overdogs? I mean, they're not a requirement, right? You could run Coyote's Mask and do like 50 crit chance. You could run Memento. You could also just run Contractors and not do an exotic. Any of those things. Thoughts on Black Ops 7? I honestly have not played Call of Duty in years. I was never a huge COD person, like, growing up, like a lot of people were. So my first one was Modern Warfare 2019. I played that in Cold War, and then I haven't really played much since, so honestly I don't really know what's going on with Black Ops 7. Loving Battlefield, though. Battlefield and Arc Raiders is where I am at when I'm not on Division. Hello, can I aim?
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I forget how the spawns go on this one. Where are they going to pop out from?
Vital signs critical.
Oh. Alright, I'm
Agent
popping Zealot.
incapacitated.
All these explosions. That guy can't even stand upright.
Agent down. Immediate medical assistance needed.
Oh, the drone spam.
An agent needs assistance.
One of the bosses pops out right over there, don't they? I would assume right after this guy. Maybe not yet. Sorry, I'm sure I'm missing a lot of things in chat. I don't know why I suddenly tried to lock in here. We'll catch up as soon as the mission's over. Here we go. Poppin' Zealot. Can you still do the thing where you get right up in their face and like bypass the armor? Is that a thing? Oh, everyone's dead.
Vital signs critical.
Oh, wait. Oh, it didn't like it. It still sent me back. Alright, well, that was tough. We gotta be more prepared for that. Oh, what? I thought it was wiping me. I'm so confused.
Serious
I couldn't
trauma
even. I
detected.
had no chance to do anything there.
Agent down.
Hang on, maybe I can save it. Okay, one's coming up the stairs. There's no point in shooting him. I got those drones. Oh, we got Zealot again though. Hang on, popping that. If I kill the drone operators, I have a chance. If you keep doing the cover thing with me, that's like my least favorite NPC behavior, is how they'll just jump up and down something or back and forth. This is not good.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Revive me.
Agent incapacitated.
I don't think it did. Alright, tough. We just gotta watch the spawn on the boss. Okay, what did I miss on here? Any thoughts on the Tempest exotic pistol? It's fun. I can't say I've used it a ton, but it's fun. You're immortal. Sorry, is everyone ready? I just jumped over without consideration. That's not good.
Vital signs critical.
Let's see if I can save Zealot for the spawns where they're really needed, or where it's really needed. I spoke too soon. Noob, you jinxed me. I can't believe it. I can hardly hit that guy. There we go.
An agent needed assistance.
Ooh.
Vital signs
I'm out of
critical.
kits. Sit right here and do that. Oh,
Serious trauma detected. Agent down. System disrupted.
I'm coming for the reses. Hang on.
System restored.
Gotta pop Zealot so I don't die to that. I'm gonna try and take the aggro because my Zealot's gonna run out and then I'll die anyway. Or I won't die, but it'll be one shot. Try and cover.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Shoot.
Serious trauma detected. Agent down.
Yeah, if we can't control that spawn, then this is probably not the best
Incapacitated.
spot to hold out at. Maybe we saved it.
Medical assistance needed.
Dang.
Serious
I
trauma
was
detected.
sniped by the grenade launcher.
Agent down.
By the way, I appreciate 360 people continuing to hang around and watch us flounder at the end of the legendary mission. But no, thank you for your time. Microsoft just announced SpongeBob Xbox controllers. When are you ordering yours, Rogue? Kidding. Uh-oh. I switched. I accidentally switched scenes when I was trying to joke type on my keyboard. Right now, I'm ordering mine. I'm trying to get every ad aside from the boss while Zealot's up. I'll space tank you with whatever stacks I've got left.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I don't even really remember what's the mechanic on these guys. You just have to do a ton of damage to the shield things. I wish this guy would look away so I could hit his packs. That's what I was trying to go for.
An agent needed assistance.
Oh, they're already gone. Never mind. Oh, right, the front deflects. That's right, that's right, that's right. I play this game. I know how things work. Right.
Serious trauma detected.
Well, we got Zealot again, so let's just get in here. Harry, I'll shoot him. I'll turn him around. Alright, he's about done.
Vital signs critical. Agent down.
Let's see. I'm gonna try and go behind him so I can turn him away and have team be able to shoot at him. Yeah, come back to me. They're tanky, dude. There we go. Popping Zealot one final time. Shoot! Shoot! Shit, dude, how tanky is this guy? Oh, it looks like the thing does work though. If you get right up in, you can still
Agent out of function.
help shoot them.
An agent needs assistance.
Build my stacks before I go shoot him. Oh, this is good to know. You can actually do it that way and not damage yourself.
Serious trauma detected.
Alright, now Zealot for the final time, maybe? There we go. G's. 2150 season pass XP plus another, I forget what for the project, 2400. Alright. Chad, don't follow my lead. That was actually not efficient for the amount of time it took us, but still had fun. Doing legendaries is a good time. Shout out to Aikido and Gregory and Turbo for helping out. Okay, I do need to keep an eye on what time it is because I have a maintenance appointment in a little bit, but we're not getting off yet. I just wanted to say that so that I don't forget. All right, I'm going to send us back. What's the best activity to XP farm the event? It kind of depends on where you're at in season progression, LOL. So if you have any journey or scouts left to do, those are the two best to start with. After that, weekly projects like I just did are good. And then it really comes down to tagging priority objectives as you play, and then just playing whatever content you like or is efficient. Conflict is one really good way if you're into PvP. Strongholds is a good PvE option. So if you're able to tag a lot of strongholds for prio objectives, that's one good way to do it. A mission in Brooklyn gives me 2,000. Which one is that? Anyone want to run Army Terminal for 2,000? That's pretty good. Albany, what's going on? Classified, hello, Rogue, love the content. Always use your in-game apparel, thank you so much. I'm glad you like it, and thanks for hopping into the stream. Spreading some kindness. Turbo, Gregory, Aikido, do y'all want to do a quick run of Army Terminal? If not, that's totally fine. But I think that's what I'm going to hit next. Get that done. Then maybe we'll try and run a few conflicts towards the end. Alright, Gregory's in. Noob. Not to get political here, but I think Barden should take over and let Minnie have a break. I kind of like the duo, though. Alright, no worries, Turbo. Thank you very much for jumping in. I like the Manny-Barden duo. I think they offer some funny banter and a good dynamic. How much Season Pass XP is needed to get all of the rewards once? Assuming you've already reached max level of the Season Pass. Jay, do you mean just how much is needed to get through these one time? Because getting all the rewards is up to RNG. Like, there's no specific calculation for how many levels you have to do. But it's 1,000 per level. 1,000 Season Pass XP. So to get through 10 ranks is 10,000. Yeah, Espresso, what's your gamer tag? I'll get you in. I'm with you, the duo is funny, but I feel like Manny needs a break for a sec. Alright, we're switching to this so we can get Espresso in here. Why is it not letting me invite you to the game? That's strange. One sec. Oh, you got in. Perfect. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Didn't want to let me do it. An exotic. Coyote's mask. Nice. What's up, Matthew? Recently started playing D2. I'm in the endgame phase now, and your videos have helped a bunch. Very glad to hear it. You're more than welcome. Thanks for checking them out, and thank you for stopping by the stream. Jay coming in and joining Rogue Studios, as well as sending one gifted membership over to Juanito. Juanito, if you're here, be sure to send Jay a thank you in the chat. Jay, thank you for that and joining up as a member yourself. That's very kind, man. Thank you so much for supporting the cause, supporting what I do. All right, I'm sending this over to Brooklyn.
safe area. Violators will have their weapon confiscated.
Joke. Hope I'm saying that right. I am on Xbox currently. That's my main progression on Div. Dang, maybe Juanito's not here. Happy to support good content. Keep up the great work. Thank you, thank you. As I've said before and earlier this stream, it's incredible how many people feel inclined to go out and help like that. So what's the future for the Division franchise since Ubisoft realized that Div can make bank? I mean, we've seen, you know, a good bit of it. They're working on 3. They're working on Survivors. There's big stuff coming in March, they've said, for the anniversary. I've heard some stuff behind the scenes about, you know, more resources getting put in. So, I think there's a lot coming. All subject on whatever this current Ubisoft news is with the investors withholding. I want that news to come out, man. I was thinking it was going to be yesterday. Then I was worried it was going to be today with stretch goals, but it has to be before Friday. I want to know.
Agent, hostiles are moving into Brooklyn Heights.
Finished a retaliation. Are they still coming? Jeez.
Additional hostiles detected. Purple flame accelerant detected. Destroy their purple flame supply agent. Weak point destroyed.
Relentless, by the way, sorry, I hope he didn't dip out already, but thank you so much for hanging around, chatting, doing all the stuff. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Do you think the companions will become a feature if this next season is successful? Certainly, I think they'll look at it. And if not a feature in Division 2, then I could totally see them adding something like that for Division 3. I mean, we're at the point of the game's life, and they're at the point of Div 3 development where much the same as Update 1.8 was used to like beta test a lot of stuff for Division 2. We could very well see them using the learnings of what's happening right now to inform features in 3. So either or of those things seems possible or likely to me.
Agent, get out of there. Push through the main gates ahead. We need to find Danvers.
I'm not sure how they would balance it in Div 2, like making that something that you can just always have in terms of the content that we already can play. You know, with the season, you know it's temporary, right? But making that a new feature on top of new modifiers and other stuff, I don't know how they would balance, but if you do it from the jump in 3, that would, you know, probably be a bit easier.
Agent confirmed. Danvers is on site and on the move. Warning. Active turrets detected. Generator located nearby. Generator located nearby. Turret disabled. Additional turret still online. Hostile defenses disabled.
Serious trauma detected.
They don't stand a chance.
More hostiles detected.
I forgot I still have the tipping scales version of this on.
We need to find another way inside.
Agent, additional hostiles detected.
Hey, Buff, best of luck on the biology exam. I don't envy you in the slightest, but you're gonna kill it. Thank you for the kind words and for hanging out, man. And being a member and all the stuff. Pretty much only when there's a PTS active joke. Otherwise, I'm on here.
You're clear to enter and find the target.
What's up, Stormy? Started 2 weeks ago, just hit Shade 212. Been looking for an AR build that is more involved than Striker Elmo. Was wondering if you had a favorite. I mean, I do like a Striker Elmo combo. You might enjoy Negotiator's Dilemma. That's a little bit more involved, and it still has the potential to be very strong in various types of content. So I'd look into Negotiator's Dilemma, honestly.
Unable to bypass electronic lock.
The Blackcops really don't want us to see what's on the other side of that door, huh? Agent, find a way to unlock that door.
What do we have to do? I actually don't even remember what we have to hit here. Is it something back here?
Access panel.
Oh, I see, we did it. Cool, 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 cool. On the topic of companions, if they put a lot of effort into it, then it should be permanent. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's always the argument that gets made for a lot of the stuff. I do think there is something to be said for
Status update.
Division 2, and I mean, a lot of games like this care a lot about new player comprehension and just comprehension of the end game in general. If you have a billion different features in every direction, that's cool, but it can also be really hard to sift through and properly communicate in the game, whereas modifiers are a singular, consolidated spot for like one new feature per season. And they also, I mean, you can't deny, like, Division leans pretty hard into FOMO, at least in the sense of, like, there's a reason to play each season because there's something new to try. And so for them to say, hey, companions are here for 3 months, get in and try them, I'm sure that's absolutely part of their strategy and their thinking there. But yeah, I don't know if we'll see them lean into it more in the future.
You heard Danvers. Take out the hostile. We can't let them derail the op.
Status update.
Is this guy immune? Jeez. He's taking a lot of damage.
Now the power's arcing. Agent, you need to stabilize the grid to save the reactor.
Serious trauma detected.
Let me up. We gotta hit this.
The power's still unstable. There must be another short somewhere. Keep looking, Agent.
Status update. Reactor stable.
The new brain set's gonna be fun. Yeah, I agree.
We need to find Danvers and figure
Love
out
content.
how
Keep
the
it up.
Blackcops
Zero,
work.
thank you. Much appreciated.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be big.
Shout out from South Africa, Rogue. You killing it. Kiddo. YGen Kiddo, thank you so much. You guys are too nice.
You're a good soldier. You should join us.
From South Africa, that is very, very far ways away from where I'm at. Oh, someone's wearing the cat backpack. I'm like, why did I just hear a cat meow?
Stop them. We're almost ready to deploy.
Squad, you get seasonal XP per control point completion. It's like 220, but there's no bonus for the actual completion of a retaliation. So yeah, for season XP farming specifically, I wouldn't say they're really that lucrative.
Hostiles detected.
Agent, we got a nuclear reactor powering something that is ready to deploy.
A
Follow that
nuclear
power.
reactor powering something. What could it
Has
be?
Theo shown you what's in the box yet? You trust him so much you're willing to die for him. But do you even have a clue what he's been cooking up in that basement bunker of his?
Sorry, I just realized I had a bunch of Twitter notifications. Wanted to make sure I didn't miss any Ubisoft news.
This is too much hardware and sheet on a warhead factory. What the hell are they doing here?
Black Tusk workstation on encrypted network detected.
Agent, have Anna hack the workstation. Maybe we'll have intel to help us figure out what the Black Tusk are doing.
Download initiated. Hostiles incoming.
Hipfire LMG.
Agent, Warhound activated.
Your turn. Come on.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
50% complete.
It's a microwave, the world's largest microwave. I'd be down for that. We get to the end of the mission and they're just... I was gonna say cooking us a pizza, but that was wrong on so many levels. Making something nice in the microwave. South Africa's here. We love your content, Rogue. There's multiple people. That's
Disable
so
any remaining
cool.
workstations.
Thank you, thank you.
Black Tusk will love that.
Rogue, what will the meta build next
Station
season be
destroyed.
with the new brand set?
Workstation destroyed.
I don't know. I mean,
Workstation destroyed.
the equalizer in that. The one good thing is that it might incentivize some people to move off of armor regen, or at least as heavy armor regen as they
Workstation
currently do.
destroyed.
Because even sacrificing one
I've
piece
analyzed the intel you
in that
recovered.
build
Not only are
takes
the
out a
Black
lot
Tusk
of the
developing new
potency.
equipment here with the purple
Um,
flame, but they're shipping most of it out of state. There's another file here
I
that's still
imagine. I mean, yeah. I just think using equalizer and salvo with whatever is gonna be good. That and 4 other blue cores.
The last transpo.
That and just 6 reds. Like,
Hostiles detected.
any of it's probably going to be good. But I hope it does incentivize some people to move away from the full-on armor regen. Dealio. Where do they spawn? Over here. Oh, that's not it yet. That's right. My frames.
backup power supply and get ready for liftoff. Grant, get on that helo with the scientists.
Agent, get to the roof.
Vital signs critical.
They're working on it. Work Party Division 3 is in the works, but
I think you've been
games take a long time to make these days, so
forgotten what a snake looks like.
we shall see when we get it. Maybe it's one of those air fryer microwave combos. There we go. Thank you for trying to salvage that, Chris. I was like, well, I was like, you don't cook a pizza and you don't put it in the microwave, so
Electrical
I
hazard detected.
really couldn't go with that original thought train.
I need to go back through the intel. There's schematics. The cables
What's up, Alcatraz? No problem at all for asking. Yes, the Lexington is back right now. Stretch goals. If you look at the very top of the live chat here, I've got a guide pinned that I put out just this morning on how exactly you can access the event, how to best take advantage of it, all that stuff.
Hostiles detected.
So long as Ubisoft doesn't sell out to the Saudi government, Bob, then I would say probably not a whole lot, because Massive is a very reputable and respectable studio that, you know, values their artists and all that stuff. But that's if the current status quo stays in place. I don't know, you know, with the current Ubisoft mystery going on, we don't know where things will go from here.
Agent, you need to get to the roof. If they lift off, we'll lose Danvers.
Yeah, I probably will, Kaz, which is annoying because I just made the the 4.0 one. But I'm probably just going to keep this and then go salvo here and then another piece of, what's it called? Unit alloys. Get rid of Walker and Harris. Thank you, Alcatraz. And yeah, anytime you have a question, there's no problem with asking it. That's, at the end of the day, that's what I'm here for.
Okay, seriously. What the hell needs this much power?
I've gone up 40 season ranks in an hour. Nice. No, that's quite good, Dalton.
Cleared for liftoff. Excellent.
Matt just did requisition on 4 characters, got almost 10 levels. Nice. Yeah, the stretch goals being eligible for the 2x event is maybe one of the biggest changes. I think that's pretty good.
Get to the roof and stop that agent.
No. They're arming for the slave box on the Deadzone. They're doing final checks for the attack on the bridge. Watch out, agent. The Deadzone just fired a purple flame bomb and it's targeting the roof.
A Zeppelin. Still can't believe they built a Zeppelin. My only wish is that we were a bit more involved in fighting, you know? Kind of like the train in Iron Horse. Like, I wish when the Razorbacks popped open, you had to shoot some weak points or do something to fight it, you know? I'd say that was the only anticlimactic part of the mission for me. The whole Ubisoft thing right now is hope for the best, but maybe expect some bad. Like, literally, as long as if whatever is happening right now, if nothing happens from it, if nothing changes in terms of ownership or whatever, that's probably the best case scenario for Division. Because just finally and recently, Ubisoft was acknowledging and giving Division the resources it needs. If they sell to somebody else, there's no guarantee that that publisher decides that Division is even worthy of having stuff made, content or games or whatever. Like, there's just no telling what might change. Everyone says that Ubisoft is such a terrible person to be in charge of Division, and certainly they made a ton of mistakes and choices I don't agree with over the years. But at least they support their games long term.
Anna,
if Tencent comes in or if the Saudi government comes in, which is so weird. You know, who knows what they might decide and or change. Maybe it would be for the better. Maybe they could get rid of Division entirely. We just have no idea.
Laser marauder detected.
Let's see, odds of us getting a catalyst right now?
Laser marauder
Apparently not high.
destroyed. 29% complete. Terminal offline.
Shit. Agent, re-engage the hack.
SAM coming online.
Vital signs critical.
I've accessed the Deadzone security systems and flight plan. We've got a small window where we'll be able to SAMs.
Serious trauma detected.
So many spawns.
Terminal offline.
Luckily, the game has more content now than when I first played it when it came out. Oh yeah, I mean, they've added a ton of stuff over the years.
We need to take out the rogues before they get the SAMs back online.
75% complete.
Now we wait. Espresso got a catalyst. Nice. Thunderstorm noises, but no thunderstorm.
SAM online.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
Unlocked and ready
Oh, you can
for
see the lighting up there too.
launch.
That's funny.
Come on, Agent. Get that son of a bitch to Amber's.
Oh, the Warlords of New York Rogue Agent Collection Stag. Excuse me. Or is it for a limited time? We don't know for sure. I would think it's, since it's in the store, you would think it's just gonna stay there. I don't, do they take stuff out of there once they put it in?
Thank you, Agent. That fucker can burn in hell.
I mean, Payday's still there. So I would think it's gonna stay,
Intel detected on
but that's just a
laptop.
guess. We don't know for absolute certain. Got a catalyst. Nice.
Agent, clear the site and signal belt for extraction.
Everyone's like, I already got one. We're fine. Alright, that got us up to 129. I probably can't stay on too much longer. Yeah, I actually need to go quite soon. Let's hit one. There we go, perfect. That was like one game of conflict. We're gonna do that and then open caches, and then I gotta run. Does anybody in the group want to run conflict? Espresso, Gregory, Keto, let me know. Oh man, I don't know why I'm yawning so much.
Entering safe area.
Who is down for conflict and who's not? Okay, that's 2 down. Well, I know Akito's in, so we're good then. Wait for him to load in. Alright, I'm starting it. Accept. Perfect. Will this be enough to get us to 130? Yeah, it should be. Perfect. So we'll have 2 prestige caches to open. Noob, it's more like I know that pretty much anything I do, Aikido will be down for. Need to start clearing some stuff. Seven out of 8, 6 out of 8. After last stream, the bug with my loadout's true. It's just how quick he made the decision. Let's see what's happening on the social medias. Dang it, we just needed one more person there. Down for anything but buying a membership, Postman. That's brutal. No, I would never encourage or necessitate that anybody do that. Being here and watching the content is more than I could ask for. Cass said, for the new Slayer build, I know you're going to keep the chest piece, but will you swap it for Fenris with the same talent as the chest piece? The one where it has a chance of not using the plate? I won't personally. I think some people are fine with that, but I want the perfect version to get the 75% chance. That's the only reason I run this. So I'm going to keep the everyday carrier, my shelf. And then, yeah, just swap those two. I think these are still best in slot. I'm going to have to do testing. Like, I'll see what these are compared to running 2 Walker there, compared to doing Cheska and Grupo. We'll have to do some reevaluations. Dude, this is taking forever. We had 7 out of 8. And then it said, nope. I need to start claiming caches. I gotta go soon. Yeah, we're almost at that one. If it doesn't find a match in the next few minutes, then we might just have to call it here and we'll do an opening while people are still in the group. Yeah, Aikido, please do not feel pressured into doing that. As I said, and goes for anybody. Oh, there we go. Finally got one. Being here for every single stream and supporting all the stuff I do is more appreciated than I could say. All right. Let's get this going. Umbra. Bighorn regen, I got stuck on them. Yes. Camille, it's in stretch goals right now, which if you need a guide for, it's right at the top of the description. Sorry, not at the description of the live chat. There's a link to the guide I did on it.
Wipe out the enemy before you run out of reinforcements.
On a real note, I could talk. On a real note, got back into the game 2 weeks ago, and your guys have got me to the end game holding my own. I'm very glad to hear it, Dalton. Welcome back, man. Hope you're enjoying. Certainly a lot has changed over the years, or since however long. Since, what am I saying? However long since you may have played. There we go. It's at that point of the stream where my brain starts slowing down. Oh yeah, come right on up here. Okay, that's a wipe. We got our prior objective done already.
Hostile hive detected.
I'm gonna go watch from over here. Actually, is it worth doing this? Nope, they all spawned. If they had been good for a second more, I would have tried to climb the fence and hide back there. I'm gonna try and hold the front then if we got someone back there.
Hostile drone detected.
You don't just get to stand there out in the open. This might be a bad idea. Yep. Oh, it was a terrible idea. I thought they were all up front. There were two watching that side? That's crazy.
Agent deceased.
True. Noob, that's true. Kaz, it's because the capacitor can get both damage to armor and damage to targets out of cover on it. And so by running it with like free yellows, essentially, you just get bonus damage. Right, so you're getting those two sources, and then every yellow core adds to your weapon damage. So it kind of needs some balancing, in my view. But yeah, that's why everyone runs it.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
They're gonna push the.
Boost
I was gonna say they're gonna push the alley if we don't watch it.
Hostile striker drone detected. An agent needs assistance. Hostile hive detected.
Got him down back there. Oh no. I'm sorry, I couldn't save you.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Marsar's getting shot. Oh, he's right here. Well, that's awkward.
Agent down.
I tried my best to hold him off and res, and it didn't work out. I just don't like how the PDR shoots in this game, Postman. I don't actually mind the visuals. I think it's kind of cool. But I'm just not a fan of how that gun handles. Chris, have a wonderful Tuesday, man. Thank you as always for hanging out. For being cool. Yeah, let's see you around. Oh! That's what I get for staring at chat. I almost ran right into LMG fire.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Good night from Spain. Rob, thank you for hanging out and being here. Have a wonderful rest of your night, indeed.
Agent down.
I sense a specialization supply drop your way.
I can't tell if that guy who just died left or if they already had someone leave. So I just don't know if he's going to be coming from that way or... Okay. That's all I needed to know. Bad, bad, bad.
Friendly claiming the supply drop.
Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
The specialization
Oh,
supply
shoot.
drop is friendly.
Dang it, he's one shot, he's one shot.
Detected.
Please. Somebody,
Agent out of
please.
action. Agent vital signs 0.
This is a long game.
Hostile striker drone detected.
Halfway to the finish.
An agent needs assistance. Hostile hive detected. Hostile defender drone detected. Serious trauma
Help.
detected.
Help, please.
Agent out of action.
Dang it.
Agent vital signs 0.
I also have the flamethrower sound glitch. I need to respawn so I can fix it. Birdie Slayer, what's going on? How are you? Bruno, got my Eagle Bear on box 7. Now I have all the guns in the game. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. It always feels good when you finally have all the stuff.
Boost about to come online. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected. Boost now active. Agent down. Allies are acquiring the boost.
Oh, Kita's behind them.
Allies have acquired the boost.
There are no more rogue reinforcements.
Shoot. My aim was not fully on. I also really didn't mean to use the kit there. It was accidental. Yeah, Lee, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Most likely that's going to be the new veteran rewards weapon that's dropping next week. So, yeah. Oh, the last person left. Right, we win by default. GG's. Just gotta wait for the game to register it. All right.
It's a win.
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Espresso and Akito and Gregory, if y'all don't mind backing out once we get to the scoreboard, I'll invite you guys. And I'm going to open all my caches, and then if anybody needs the drops, they can have them. But I got to do that and run, because like I said, I've got a thing coming up in 23 minutes. So I got to get going.
You have left the group. Safe area detected.
Alright, let me switch to this real quick. And re-invite people. Oh, wait. Can I find them here? Ah, there we go. Invite to game. Invite to game. There we go. Start claiming these. Oh, I think there was a holster that I didn't get to mark before we went in. Oh, that looks like I got them all. Matt Kane with another 10. Thank you, sir. Oh yeah, by the way, from that one conflict game, priority objective plus the game, we got 3 levels. Conflict is very good for these in general. Someone got a Lexington. Nice. Matt, thank you again, man. All right, 10 more. Going to Samson Renzel. Hope I'm saying that right. Walter, Phantasma, Baphomet, Nocturnal, Squid, Thomas, Team Africa, and Ronnie. Welcome to Rogue Studios, folks. If you're here, please give Matt a thank you down in the chat for the generosity that he's always here spreading. Thank you, sir. Like I said, every single time, you're too nice. Thank you, thank you. That has to be some good luck for us to get a good drop out of these, yeah? It's gotta be. So we have got... Was that good? No, I don't need that. We have got 2 prestige caches and 6 of the regular ones. So the prestige are the ones that have much higher drop rates. But let's just open them all and see what we get. We got glasses. Okay. We got a Lexington. That's actually not a bad patch either. Look at that. That's kind of cool. All right, we got our first Lex out of there. Another piece of the outfit. Got the shirt. Pants. All right, now we get these two. So we got a guaranteed vanity and a guaranteed named item, and then chance for whatever else. Chevron and the shield splinterer. And another handbasket. As if I need that thing. Okay. Well, I'll drop these in case anybody needs them. There we go. I'll show you all the outfit quick before we go. No exotics. But a Lexington and a shield splinterer ain't too bad. What's the vanity list? There's 8 pieces to a new outfit, the Tom Sargent outfit, and then there's 4 arm patches and 2 weapon skins. I actually didn't look at the weapon skins yet. They were... Shoot. What were they called? There's Kill Count and Motorcade, maybe? Gotta go down. Okay, that's Kill Count. Doesn't look like it's super visible. And then Motorcade, yeah. So they're a bit more subtle, but just kind of True Sons themed, I guess. That actually doesn't look too bad. I kind of like when it looks a bit more like it's meant to be on the gun, you know? All right, let's take this off and put on all the pieces that we got. We're not done with the outfit, but we have a good number of them. That's not a bad shirt. I like more low-key shirts. We got those, the pants. I know we got the boots earlier, or I did before stream. What is it? Tom Sargent boots, gloves. Oh, we got the patches too. I like this one with the Phoenix. We'll rock that for a second. Glasses. So what are we missing? I know there's 8 pieces. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, a scarf too. I have that. I was like, that. Surely I have something else. But I know we're missing. There's a helmet. I think there's a chest piece. And I don't know what else. Backpack or something. Knee pads? I don't know. But there we go. We have 5 out of 8 pieces of the outfit. We got both the weapon skins. I think all of the patches. Chevron. No, we're missing 1. We got those 2 and 4. So we're missing a few outfit pieces, 1 of the arm patches. And yeah. How long do stretch goals last? 2 weeks. So if you go into the events timeline at all times, you'll be able to see how long is left. So it's here for 1 week and 6 days. So yeah, that is stretch goals, everybody. Get to farm it if you need it, because it's not here for too long. I've got to run. I'm not going to give a big fancy outro. Because I've got something coming up in 15 minutes, so I gotta go. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Very fun stream. Matt, again, thank you as always for the generosity, and everybody else who signed up to be a member. Gregory, I know. Some others too. Thank you. Shout out to this squad right here for playing, for doing Conflict, and the mission, and the Legendary mission was very fun. And yeah, I'll catch you all back soon with videos and all the good stuff. And stay tuned next week for new veteran weapon and likely survivors news. It's going to be good. I'll see you all around. Thank you so much. Until then, RogueGold. Out.
Thank you.